Aaron Coyle, Jay Henry back with you live from Hershey Hall here on the campus of Trine University. And the sounds you hear in the distance are the sounds of a championship. The Thunder captured the first ever MIAA tournament championship tonight, defeating the Calvin Knights 49-42. The ladder is out, and the Trine Thunder teammates are cutting down the nets as they celebrate this victory here tonight. I'm joined by Trine Thunder head coach Ryan Gould. And, Coach, you had a vision for this program. You were an assistant coach for a year. You've been the head coach now for 3 years. This is exactly what you had envisioned that entire time. How does it feel to put this plan into action and come away with that championship?
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. I'm just watching the girls right now up the ladders, cutting nets and things like that. And, we thought at some point we could get here. I'm not sure that any of us as coaches thought it would be this quickly. But it's an amazing group of girls. That's all I can say is just, you've seen us enough. They work hard every day. They practice hard every day. And to see them rewarded, gives us as coaches a lot of satisfaction. I'll tell you that much.
People have tried for decades now to overcome the prominence of Hope and Calvin, and nobody has really ever done it. There have been flashes of it, Coach, but to win the regular season title outright, to win the conference championship here at home, do you think people outside this league have any indication of how difficult that is to do?
I don't think so. I really don't. As long as I'm fortunate enough to be the coach here, we'll always judge ourselves against Calvin and Hope, because that's the gold standard. It's the gold standard in our region, our conference, and in a lot of ways in Division III. So for us as a basketball team to win on the road against Calvin, to win on the road against Hope, and then to beat Calvin 2 more times, that's just something that's unheard of, I believe. And it's just, like I said before, it's a credit to the basketball players we have and the kind of kids they are and the buy-in that they make on a daily basis.
Coach, your defense is, again, the story of the game for your team. You told me on the pregame show you wanted to hold them down to probably between 45 and 52 points, but you did better than that, Coach, 49-42. What was going well, and what was the main strength of this defense today?
Well, you look at the job Cassidy Williams did on Spade. It's 4 for 17 from the field. Held her to 10 points. That's a girl who averages about 18 a game, and just is a fabulous player. And we kind of feed off of Cassidy and Taylor Cole and Katie Steers, the way they defend people with their intensity level and their commitment, and it feeds down into Haley, where she protects the basket as well as she does. Haley, double again tonight. So, we held a team like that to 18 points in the second half. We're awfully proud of that effort.
Trine with the championship tonight, 49-42 against the Calvin Knights. The first championship in school history as they continue to cut down the nets in celebration. Great crowd here tonight, Coach. What did you think about it?
Well, one thing I will say about our girls, if there's something going on campus, they're in the middle of it. They're the kind of girls that love the social aspect of being here at Trine, and they connect really well with students from sports, from not sports, all of that. And to see all of those students come out here and support our players just means the world to me as a coach, and I know to our assistant coaches and Matt Land, our athletic director, and our president, Dr. Brooks, just to see the commitment level that Trine puts into our athletic programs and the way the students support that. And if you look behind us, the amount of adults and community members and people like that who are here in the gym tonight, it's just a really special atmosphere, and it's definitely something that we don't take for granted.
Thunder with the championship tonight. They defeat Calvin by 7. And, Coach, a really scary point of the game. Brandy Dawson went down with an injury, bounced back, came back onto the court. What exactly happened to her, and how was she able to come back?
Well, I think she came down and rolled her ankle. She's had a lot of trouble with that ankle this year, and obviously a scary moment. We throw to Shayla Sartorius in the game. She makes 2 really good plays and kind of bridges the gap until we can get Brandy back in there, and Brandy obviously showed a lot of toughness there to get back out onto the floor. So obviously it gives us a boost when we get her out there and she makes a move over a triple team and hits a fadeaway on the baseline. So just, she's an amazing basketball player, and to have her back out there definitely gave us a boost there.
Coach, the leading scorer in the conference, Allie Spade, is extremely talented, but you held her down to 4 out of 17 shooting today. We know Cassidy Williams did a great job, but what did you guys do as a team to hold her down?
Well, I thought we understood what we needed to do, where Cassidy was the main one. Taylor did a good job, and then we helped off some certain players today, which I thought was a good thing for us, and just made her life tough. So
49-42, the victory for the Thunder here tonight. Speaking with Ryan Gould, the head coach of the Trine Thunder, and coach, a big part of that game is that three-point play late by Haley Martin.
Well, I mean, again, she hit a beautiful three-point play, hit a nice step-back jumper from the elbow, and really calmed us. And she did that last night against Albion, too. I thought she hit some big daggers. So just a really phenomenal player, and a player that the rest of our girls trust.
Still continue to cut down the nets. Craig Taylor, the assistant coach out there. If at any point you want to get up and cut down that net, feel free to go out, Coach. I know they'll be calling for you at some point.
I'm good over here. I mean, I like watching these kids do what they need to do, and
they're calling for you.
Yeah, I will send Taylor Cole over here in a minute. You can put her on.
Go ahead, Ryan Gould.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. Ryan Gould headed out. Athletic director Matt Land calling for head coach Ryan Gould to head on out to cut out the nets.
And one thing about Coach Gould, I think that you have to give a lot of credit for the job he's done in the last 3 years. He has stepped up and taken a program and put them in a position where right now Taylor Cole's sitting down with us with his championship trophy. And I think not only does he just do an outstanding job in prep for games, his teams are highly prepared. But what has impressed me the most in the last 3 years is to watch him do in-game adjustments. That things happen on the court, and Coach Gould seems to have an answer on a nightly basis. It's been very impressive to watch.
Ryan Gould grabs the net in his left hand, hoists his arm into the air. The crowd loves it, encircled by his team. The Thunder celebrate a championship here tonight, defeating Calvin 49-42. I'm joined by the only senior on this Trine Thunder team and the graduate student Taylor Cole, and you have the trophy with you, the 2017 Women's Basketball Tournament champions. Taylor, after coming your freshman campaign, really struggled on the court for your team that year. To turn that into a championship in your fourth year, how does it feel here tonight?
I don't really have words for it right now. It's pretty indescribable. From going from 6-19 to working our way up to a championship, it feels pretty good.
There was a point last year, maybe a couple of months, where you didn't think you were going to return to the court this year. You graduated in 3 years, and you were going to head on to graduate school. At some point, you made the decision to come back. I'm sure this is a question I don't have to ask. Are you happy about that decision?
Yeah. I've had a lot of struggles this year, and some of the time I've kind of questioned it, but the first time when we won at Hope and we won conference for the regular season, that kind of just cleared it all up, and then once we won this, there's no doubt that this is the right decision. What
have some of the main differences been between the championship this year and last year when you guys came so close?
I think that all around, 1 through 16 or 18, whatever we've got, every single person is always ready, and regardless of whether they play, whether they're just scout team, everyone is in the game, and we never really feel like we're out of it. We were down 2 at halftime. We were down by like 6, I think, in the third quarter, but there's never any panic on the court or from the coaches or for the bench. Everyone just knows what we've got to do. We know that there's going to be runs back and forth, and we just know that we have to make the bigger run and get a lot of stops.
As the only senior on this team, what are some things that you said maybe from a leadership role the last couple of weeks to this team?
Well, I've had to keep everyone focused a little bit. Everyone's been real excited, especially the new girls, really, really excited to just get out and play. And I've just had to bring everyone in, and pretty much every day I say, hey, we got to get the work done, otherwise we're not going to be cutting down nets on our home court. So once we all got focused, and the other upperclassmen have helped a lot, just getting everyone focused and ready for practice. And we found that when we practice really well and we have 2 good days of practice leading up, we play really well. So we just wanted to focus on having a good week of practice.
How do you describe the crowd here tonight?
Amazing. This is definitely the best crowd that I've ever played for, and I think everyone else as well. Everyone was in it the whole time and so excited to be here, and I don't think we could have done it without them.
In your wildest dreams, when you came in here as a young freshman, you guys played an exhibition game at Western Michigan University. At that point, could you ever envision when you closed your eyes at night that 4 years later you would have an outright championship and an MIAA tournament championship?
No, I probably couldn't have even imagined that last year. But it's pretty great. It feels really good.
But Taylor, you guys are just getting started. You're headed now to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. What are your thoughts on that?
We're excited. That's new territory for us. Last year we were excited because we made the conference tournament, and now we're just ready. I think we're one of the most prepared teams in the whole country, and I don't think as long as we're prepared and we pay attention to practice and what the coaches have ready for us, I don't think there's many teams that can beat us.
The skill set that you have, the depth that you have as a team, you guys can make a big run, can't you?
Yeah, we've kind of relied on that a lot. Being able to make runs and have people off the bench. I mean, it was we were down by 6 or something like that in the third quarter, and we had pretty much all bench players in there, and it was no panic. There was no, we got to get the starters back in. Everyone knows what they've got to do, and everybody knows how to execute it.
Taylor, any final thoughts tonight?
I'm just ready to go celebrate with the team.
How about your family? I know they've been here the entire time. What does it mean to have this championship here tonight in front of them?
It's awesome. My little brother came out and started crying, and my grandma and grandpa are here. It's awesome. It's indescribable.
Taylor, congratulations. Great job.
Thank
Taylor
you so much.
Cole, the only senior on this team, the graduate student, as the Thunder hoist that trophy up. It might not leave her hands for quite some time as Taylor sprints away. The Thunder win 49-42 here tonight against the Calvin Knights, and they advance into the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. And it is now time to pick our most belated ever WEAX player of the game, and a double-double here tonight.
Absolutely. You know, it's really hard in a game like this. You know, as Taylor was just saying here, lots of things happen, lots of key moments, but one consistent player throughout this game, and 37 of the 40 minutes out there, was Haley Martin. The double-double you mentioned. She had 14 points. She had 10 rebounds. She added to that an assist and 3 steals. She was perfect from the free throw line. Had that huge three-point play late in the basketball game to stretch the lead and make it really, really difficult position for the Calvin Knights. Haley Martin has been outstanding all season long. Defensive player of the year in the conference, an offensive threat every single basketball game, and tonight the WEAX player of the game.
Congratulations, Haley Martin, the WEAX player of the game. The Thunder crown themselves champions 49-42 against the Calvin Knights.